Okay.
So, Matt, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Yorba Linda, California, which is a little city in Orange County.
How would you describe your style?
My style is pretty much self-explanatory. I'm wearing a periodic table of elements chief shirt, so if you can see that, you should know my style already. It's pretty unique. I'm like one of only two people that actually have this t-shirt in the world.
What is the vacation you took with a group of guys?
I went to a bachelor party with my best friend. He was getting married, and a group of guys, and we all slept in like a tent together. There was like 6 of us.
Okay. And was that the last vacation you took with anybody?
That was the last vacation that I took with anybody.
That sounds exciting. What's the craziest thing that you've ever done besides apparently that?
The craziest thing that I've ever done was I went to visit my best friend in Texas. And in Austin, they have a bridge that goes over the American River, which is a river in Texas. And Mexican free-tailed bats migrate from New Mexico to Texas every summer, the beginning of summer, and they roost. There's like 1 million in the group of bats. There's like 1 million bats, and they roost under the bridge. And every summer night, the Austonians, I think that's what you call them, the people from Texas that live in Austin, they go down to the river and they sit on this green knoll and they wait for the bats to come out and feed at night. So at like 9:30, all these 1 million bats come out from the bridge and they feed, and it's an incredible sight, I think. And my best friend was like, yeah, usually they have a like bat person that goes around and maybe gives like lectures to all these people, and there was like 200 there, and she was like, but I dare you to be the bat guy tonight, like now. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. You know, I thought it over, and I said, what the fuck, I'll just do it, what the hell. And I did it. I yelled out into a large group of people, about 200, and said, hi, my name is Matthew Swan, I'll be your bat guy tonight. If you have any questions about the Mexican free-tailed bats we're about to observe, let me know. And for the next 2.5 hours, I gave an introductory course on the behavior and actually breeding of the Mexican free-tailed bats. Pretty exciting.
That took way too long to explain. Were you sober during this, or were you intoxicated?
I was completely sober.
Then have you done anything crazy while drinking?
Of course, who hasn't?
Like what? And make it under 2 minutes.
Me and my best friend got really, 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 really drunk, and we decided to make popcorn, and we made like, I don't remember, 12 different bags and different kinds of popcorn, and then had a popcorn tasting contest together. And then,
so your craziest thing while drinking was eating popcorn, but your craziest thing sober was pretending to be some bat expert.
Yes. Yes,
that makes perfect sense.
I know, it's tremendous.
Do you do any karaoke?
Yes.
Sing your favorite song.
I can show you a world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide?
I know that's very popular at karaoke bars. Have you ever played a practical joke on a friend, or has anybody played a practical joke on you?
Nobody's ever played a practical joke on me because I'm actually very, very smart. As you can see from the shirt, I'm rather intelligent. I have played practical jokes on friends before. Like 2 buddies of mine, we went to the movies, and they didn't know where the movies were, and I did. And so we were walking to the movie theater, and I deliberately told them we're going to go the complete opposite way of the actual location of the movie. So the movies were here, like where my hand is, right here. I took them in the opposite direction. If it wasn't clear enough in my language before, I took them the opposite way of where the movies were, and I kept telling them that, oh, it's right up here, it's right up here, it's right up here. And finally we got to the Ralphs on the corner, and I was like, yeah, it's right around the Ralphs, it's right around the corner, until one of them realized that obviously the movies aren't next to a Ralph's. So I thought I laughed, I thought it was hilarious, but they didn't really think
your biggest practical joke was telling people incorrect directions.
Yeah, that's it.
You are a barrel of fun. What are your dreams? What were your dreams as a child?
I wanted to be a zoologist.
And what are your dreams now?
I want to be a comedian. I'm not sure how that relates at all.
They're just the same. Where are you at this very moment in terms of your career and economic goals? Are you satisfied with what you're doing?
In the shitter, actually. Yeah, it's pretty crappy. I moved home at 27, which is an awesome move. That's what you want to live for.
So I'm taking it being at home, you get a lot of romance going on there.
None at all.
Did you have any romantic goals when you were younger?
Yeah, I wanted to get married. I
By
still do.
what age?
Oh.
What were you thinking?
25, 24.
And now you're
27.
And you have a girlfriend?
Nope.
Okay.
I am dating a stripper though, which is awesome. I never thought I'd get to that point, but hey, she gave me a lap dance. I bought her dinner. It all evens out.
So at this moment, what are your terms of your romantic goals? Like, are you trying to pursue the stripper?
Dating a stripper is a lot like riding a roller coaster. You already know where the peaks and valleys are. It's just a short ride. So, no, I'm not going to pursue her as a romantic interest.
So is that the major conflict that's in your life right now, or is there something else?
Kind of. Sadly enough, that is the major conflict in my life. I don't have a lot of conflict.
Well, then that brings us to Vegas. Why do you want to go?
Because I gotta get out of my house, for Christ's sake. I live at home with my parents. I'm 27, and I haven't been to Vegas since I've turned 21. So that's enough of a reason, I don't know if anything better, to go to Vegas.
You think it will give you resolution of your conflict?
Yeah! Are you kidding? A weekend in Vegas? Away from my pathetic, useless existence? Yeah, it sure will. Making me feel like I'm something worth anything for a weekend? A luxury trip to Vegas? Are you crazy? I live in a fucking room in my parents' house.
Well, what do you plan on doing if you're in Vegas?
God, I don't know. Anything. Gamble, maybe? That might be something. Try and pick up women.
To try to really get your fulfillment out of the depression they have at home. What are you going to do? Like, what's going to be out of the ordinary for Matt in Vegas?
Maybe go to a whorehouse. I don't know. They have those. Aren't those legal? Brothels? Aren't those legal in Vegas? Maybe go see one of them. Maybe pick up one for a date. I don't know.
All right, well, how about your relationship with the friends that you want to go on this trip?
They all don't know each other, which is awesome. I like that idea.
Tell us a little about each one, briefly, because we're already over time.
Katie, I knew in college. Adam, I worked with him. He was one of my staff at my previous job. And then Josh, he's my Hollywood friend. I met him at the IOS, the Improv Olympic.
All right, any closing statements?
I think that's it. I think we're good.
All right, this is Matthew Swan. Wave to the camera. Hi.